Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're back for yet another episode of Doctor Who, and I'm joined by the marvellous Jonathan. Say hello, fella.
Hello everyone, how you doing?
And we will be covering this week 73 yards, which we're a little bit late to coming to, admittedly. However, I've heard very good things after the next week on Boom. I was like, ooh, this looks promising, and I've heard some interesting things. So I'm excited to see what we're going to get.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Apparently, Russell T Davies actually went out to somewhere in the UK and had to measure 73 yards for this whole thing. So
I believe it is.
I guess we'll see why he did that.
Without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Doctor Who. Is this not the same cliff that Jodie regenerated on?
That's what I was thinking.
It looks very similar. Also, can we just appreciate how he's dressed up like Paddington Bear?
That's what I'm thinking. I love it. He looks so cute.
He does.
It looks like a D20.
It does a bit.
I'm sorry, man. Mad Jack.
What?
Oh,
what?
Jack.
He's gone.
Bless him, eh? Looks like some sort of memorial.
I'm already on edge. You're gonna go back into the TARDIS and stay there. Oh, she can't.
Oh.
Okay.
Can't even get it? I should really go to Wales. Hello?
She's signing? Is she signing?
Possibly?
He was here.
She's 73 yards away, maybe?
Yeah.
She's staying 73 yards away, I think.
Very clever.
Interesting. Okay.
Very clever.
Now see why Russell was measuring.
I was gonna say, could it maybe be her from the future? But I think that in 20 years she wouldn't look that as old, because I think that the hair looked a bit grey. I was like, yeah. Oh, I don't like it. I have heard this episode is very focused on Ruby, so
Yeah, as if I.
I'm excited to see that.
Excited. Yeah.
We haven't really had that with any companion of them getting their own episode without the Doctor, really.
Yeah, closest we've gone, I think, is with Clara in the Dimension one.
She's gonna be in front of him.
Doctor.
That is it's just creepy and unnerving. I don't like it.
I love how they've made distance so scary. Is it actually snowing, or is that Ruby? Is that the same woman that was in the ambulance?
No, it's different woman, I think. I think.
Sorry, I'm not saying all older white women look the same.
Oh,
I'm actually terrified for this woman right now.
this poor lady, she's just trying to help.
Terrified? Yep. Interesting.
So she's just running away. Oh, dude. This is so unnerving.
Very impending doom kind of shit right here. Props to Russell T Davies, just such a basic concept of distance being so horrifying.
Yes, you can pay with your phone.
Oh, I was actually like, wait, when did the Doctor take her?
I don't like this. It's so like, I don't know how she's staying so calm. If someone was doing that to me, I'd be screaming it to the hills.
I mean, after a giant booger monster
Come so far
and the
and
maestro.
away.
Yeah, he makes eye contact, then he fucking runs. I think this is more scary than anything I've seen so far in Doctor Who, because there's nothing explained.
And
Please be the Doctor, please be the Doctor, please be the Doctor.
Go to, you idiot, not anymore. He drank in this pub.
what's so funny?
Just taking the piss out of her.
Bless. I'm a little less unnerved at the fact that she's gone to sleep, woken up, and she's still just keeping a distance.
I'm surprised she's even fell asleep.
Is that
How long has it
understood?
been? Like 1 or 2 days?
I'm guessing 2 days. Or like this is either the morning after or the morning after, like to the point where it's weird that Josh hasn't been in the pub, so they're like, oi, why are you not here? And then he's just buggered off. I'm just confused on why the Doctor's gone.
Could it be the one who waits?
to see you again.
She's getting the train all the way home, and she's still going to be following her in it.
Is she outside the train or is she on the train? Yeah, okay, there she is.
That's arguably worse.
That is so much worse.
I'll walk up to her like this.
Or call the police.
Actually, kind of. Or just call the police, yeah.
Hi.
Why am I actually scared to hear what she has to say?
Right, well, just
At least it's like bright in
Do
the
you-
open day, but still a little
Yeah.
bit horrifying.
Ugh.
Oh, her again?
Speakerphone. Then you can hit her.
Mom, don't listen to her. Please don't do this to me, Mom. Mom,
Oh, that's terrifying. That's just giving me goosebumps again.
You need to send your own mother running away from you. It's the fact that you don't see her moving
No.
her legs. She's
That.
always at a distance.
Oh.
That is horrifying. Just that
Just
dead,
disdain.
spiteful look.
Oh, mate. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Doctor Who that's had me this unnerved. I'm just so confused. Like, because usually at this point there's this clear semblance of what this thing wants or what's going on.
There has been a precedent set ever
Yeah.
since specials that the more mythological has happening. So all rules are out the window.
Oh. Oh no, now Kate's heard it as well.
Oh no.
I like how now she's just like, come on.
I feel like after a certain point, if you just let it destroy you, then yeah. What if Ruby's the one who put up the little circle in Wales?
But wait, how does that?
I'll do leaflets, answering
But because the thing was there in the past.
I'll even carry the coats.
But at the same time, though, it said "Rest in peace, Mad Jack," even though he's now existing. If we go to war in the next 7 years, I'm blaming Doctor Who now.
Oh, he is a monster.
Oh well, that's again incredibly not unnerving.
She's got to have a perception filter around her. Right?
Surely that I think that's the most promising thing we've gotten so far, but we've heard nothing else.
I'm so confused right now.
Is she the woman that follows her around? She's getting the 75
Yeah,
yards.
exactly, yeah.
She makes him mad. She makes him mad, Jack. Like he's
And then
evil,
he
but
ru-
she's not
Oh,
mad.
okay.
Oh God.
What time jump?
I'm looking forward to the explanation for all this. I will be absolutely
We don't even
livid
get one.
if we don't get one.
I'm sicking myself.
Oh.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god.
No, no.
Okay, I really wish I wasn't watching this at night right now.
No.
Bale, you're lucky you're in the morning right now. And your eyes are
I'm not.
These long years.
I told you.
And look at
I told you.
so young.
It was her.
and not Ruby.
That's Ruby. I said that was her at the beginning. I mean,
So okay, I don't think this episode has to come back in some way.
surely. I mean,
I
if that's
think-
the only explanation we're gonna get, I'm gonna be a little bit ticked off, to be honest, because that was possibly the
Yeah.
most unnerving episode of Doctor Who. What was weird though, was it was unnerving for the beginning, for like the first 20 minutes, and then you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, nothing scary's gonna happen. Then all of a sudden, at the end of her life, she starts backing into her, and a fucking
Yeah.
death's door
And then it turns out
scares
it's
the out of me.
her?
I don't know if it was her, but the way I perceived it now is she was walking back towards her, and then all of a sudden, she sees through her eyes. So
That could work.
maybe it's something to do with that, but I don't think I've been that unnerved while watching Doctor Who. I don't even think like the Weeping Angels have had me that on edge, because even they have a sense of predictability in the sense that
Yeah.
you know, oh, the lights are going off, the angels are going to move and stuff like that. But this was nonsensical. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it, because if the voice was just telling her don't break the circle, because again, if you look at her, she's saying don't break the circle, and she's doing the same hand symbols. So if she's just saying don't break the circle, why did she follow her for another like 80 odd years? Like that's where the confusion for me comes in. And was that just to stop Mad Jack? But then surely now that if Ruby never, you see what I mean? I don't understand it.
It's like that. It's like the theory of like multiple timelines. It's like while I was watching that near the end, I'm like, okay, so like I guess this is like another timeline version of Ruby,
I suppose.
who has now prevented that timeline from existing. So then this one then just disappears. But now I'm just like, how does this alternate timeline Ruby then get back there to prevent it?
But yeah, there's nothing in this universe then, or this timeline, where Mad Jack is stopped.
Yeah,
because the Doctor still talks about him.
Something to do with like Ruby's overall existence.
Yeah,
right.
I'm really curious if there's like some explanation Russell T Davies has done on this, and I'm gonna look for one after we finish recording, because it is just so damn confusing.
I fully expect this to come back. Like, I don't think we'll get like a proper answer until Ruby's farewell during their season or series. Was it 17?
Yes. Well, look, I don't necessarily need an like a full reasoning behind this. Just some inkling, because there isn't one. Because if it was just don't break the circle, why follow her for the rest of her life? Or why not just, that doesn't make sense to me. If it's to stop Mad Jack, well, Mad Jack's not going to be stopped in the current timeline because she's now disappeared, because she didn't break the circle. So is the whole idea that by breaking... Oh! I think I understand. He said that it's the hopes and dreams of other people. The hope there, rest in peace, Mad Jack, that Mad Jack dies. So by breaking the circle, the hopes and dreams do not come to fruition. Therefore, Mad Jack gets into power, so she stops him with the thing in that timeline. But because she then gets sent back, by not breaking the circle, she doesn't have to deal with him. That's my theory. That's what I'm going off of. I don't know if I'm...
But at the same time, it then calls into question, how can those hopes and dreams then circumvent the actual linear progression of time? But then again, in Doctor Who, we've been told that it's not linear, that it's all...
Wibbly wobbly, timely wimey. Exactly. I mean...
So I guess what they're trying to imply here is that, like, hopes and dreams and wishes and stuff like that are timeless, maybe?
I assume, like, again,
it sounds very Doctor Who.
I mean, they're in Wales, so it could very well be that he was just an absolute arse already, and we don't know how old he was at this point. Like, he would have been probably a similar age to Ruby, like
2046. Maybe she was in her 40s?
She was in her 40s, and he looked to be probably like mid-30s, maybe. So he may still exist, and it could just be the sense that the people in the pub weren't exactly wrong, and that someone's spirit, maybe. We don't know. Like, they were just pulling her leg, but I also want to know what the hell she was telling people, because she made him run.
And her own mother and Kate.
Yeah. Like, even her just saying, she is what makes Mad Jack, or she causes a nuclear Armageddon, for someone like Kate Lethbridge Stewart, I can understand maybe her mother running in fear and disgusted, being like, how could my daughter ever do this kind of thing? Yeah. But if it was Kate Lethbridge Stewart, she'd go, arrest her, or something like that.
Kate would feel like she would be less fazed by something like this.
Exactly. And where did the Doctor go? Where... Like, I can make partial sense, but...
Okay, so I think the next time we'll get answers is with episode 7.
And what's the title for that one?
The Legend of Ruby Sunday. I think things will click more there.
Honestly, I hope they do, because I'm just majorly confused. I mean, it was an amazing episode. Don't get me wrong from that. I want to know more. I want to understand what is going on here. But again, I think you can kind of tell from the reactionary footage. That's the most on edge I've ever been watching Doctor Who.
I'm trying to remember like the last time I felt that on edge, and I feel like it was probably Empty Child for me.
Yeah. Well, that was the
like, that was when
gas
I
mask.
was first getting into Doctor Who. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Are you my mummy?
Yeah. Funny enough, The Empty Child is what got me further into horror.
Really?
So.
Of all the ones. Yeah.
Props to Stephen Moffat.
Props to Stephen Moffat, indeed. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that'll be all for this week's episode of Doctor Who. Please let us know what you thought and what your theories are in the comments, as I think this is an episode where...
Someone knows something, please provide it for us, because we're just kerfuffled.
If you're Russell T Davies' like aunt, sister's cousin, give him a message, get something to him, let him explain this, please. Like,
Russell, if you see this...
Russell, for the love of God.
DM.
For the love of God, you can DM me on any of my socials. Please tell me what's going on here. Because you cooked, good sir. You cooked. And you made something very interesting. And I just want to know what does it mean, Russell? What does it mean? But, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that will be all for this week's episode. Thank you all very, very much for watching. Please be sure to go follow my good friend, Marvelous Jonathan. All of his links will be, of course, in the bio as per usual. And we will be back next week for the next episode, which looks interesting. Not as interesting as this one, because this was very standout for me. But it looks enjoyable. And we'll have the Doctor back at least for this one. So there is that. But Doctor Who will actually have the Doctor in it.
The Doctor.
But anyway, enough said. We'll see you next week for the next episode of Doctor Who.
Hey.